I'd say that was the biggest mistake I've ever made in real estate, probably.
What is up, you guys? Matt McKeever here. In today's video, I got a special guest for you guys. It's my good buddy Dan Warren. And so if you guys aren't familiar with Dan's backstory, he's actually built up a massive portfolio of student rental properties, all while working at a grocery store. He's one of these humble rags to riches stories, and it's all built through hard work, dedication, and just investing in real estate. And so it all starts with one property though, the very first duplex he ever bought, the very first income property he ever bought. And so in today's video, he's gonna break out for you exactly what, how, and why he bought that duplex. And the awesome thing is, it wasn't like it was the perfect investment or was the perfect time to buy. It was the right time for him, and he took action. And that's what's so important about investing in real estate, honestly, is just taking action. It's the reason that we're doing OREC 2018 here in London, Ontario. And so if you guys haven't heard about OREC, it's the Ontario Real Estate Conference that we're hosting here at the London Convention Centre, May 26th, May 27th. Myself and Jeff Weibel will be hosting it, and it's going to include all the regular cast of characters you're used to seeing on my YouTube channel. So if they've been on my YouTube channel, there's like a 99% chance you're going to see them at OREC 2018. So definitely check it out. Video or description down in the video description down below. Click that link, save that 25% on OREC 2018 tickets, and I look forward to seeing you guys there. All right, if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new to my channel, and definitely check out the other videos YouTube wants you to check out. And until next time, remember, making money is a team sport. There's more than enough money in this world for us to all make it, but if you're not saving it, I mean, like, what's the point, guys? Thanks. Bye.
Cool. I'm Dan Warren. This is a look at my first deal. I guess in 2005, I was working a full-time job. This was my first foray into investing in real estate. And it looked kind of something like this. It was a purpose-built duplex in the Manor Park area of London, Ontario. And it was a nice building, actually. I bought it privately off my aunt. That's why I got the nice price. She didn't, include any realtor fees or anything like that. So I got pretty lucky there. Basically, I just phoned her up and said, how much do you want for it? And she said 140K. So I gave her 140,000. And of course, at this time, I had no idea. I had never read any books on real estate. Nobody really talked about it much. So I just kind of winged it. So yeah, no information at all about real estate, just took action. This is what happened. So yeah, it was 2005, and yeah, so we bought the property, and basically my aunt was living upstairs, so she had moved out. So we just had to, basically, like it says here, we bought paint, and then we painted, I guess. And actually, truth be told, we did, because it was the upper unit and there was no air conditioning. So yeah, so I just, at this time, just work hard, get it fixed up, and then showed the property. So that was kind of an interesting experience, because I started to realize, oh, you have to be choosy, definitely, with the people that came through. So I learned very quickly, I guess. Yeah, and then I was able to set my rent up on the upper unit, and at that time I thought 750 was good. They were making around, or they were bringing in around 700 in the lower unit, and so I wanted to raise it up a bit for the upper unit, 750, and then they had to pay their own heat and hydro, because those units actually were electric baseboard heat, which is one of the reasons why I don't have this property anymore. But anyways, and it also had in-suite laundry. It was nice, 2-bedroom, each 2 up, 2 down bedrooms, and yeah, it was nice little units, pretty spacious actually. But yeah, so, and of course parking. But yeah, so we didn't put much into it, and we just kind of got it going. And then it was kind of funny, because it was kind of difficult getting used to dealing with tenants. And when I would deal with the downstairs tenants, they were kind of like the people that had been there for a while, so they were giving me a hard time about the upper people and blah blah blah. So I learned a lot about kind of how not to deal with people. I was trying to be a little too nice, and what I ended up having to do was take sides with somebody, which is probably important, a lesson I learned there. But I ran into some problems. Again, with the lower unit, I wasn't very smart, and I was kind of shy because they were like, I was 25, right? So, you know, they were more than double my age, right? So they were kind of, you know, I was intimidated. Well, I wasn't intimidated, but, you know, it was hard to deal with them, I guess I could say. But anyways, so they ended up having a problem with their fan in their bathroom, and their bathroom fan, it wasn't going out correctly. So, of course, they had said they had fixed it. Well, when the tenant says they would fix something, you're probably best to go check and to see if they actually did. But since I didn't want to deal with them anymore, I just let it go. Well, I found out what happens. It was the winter time, and what had happened was their fixing it was just shoving cloth into the fan. So basically what that did was it caused all the moisture to go up and into the house. So what it eventually did was worked its way into the attic, which made all the sheeting moldy. So then I got the company to come out and look at the mold and how much it was going to cost to take it off and kind of fix it up. So they said $25,000. So I said to myself, well, $25,000 is a lot of money, especially back then. We're only paying $140,000 for it. So I kind of thought to myself, well, what's a simpler way to do it? And I thought, well, okay, let's rip off the brand new roof that my aunt had put on a couple years back and rip that off, and then put a new sheeting and new roof. And I think that cost me, at the time, it was cheap. It would cost way more than this now, but it was about $5,000. So yeah, so that was really good, and it fixed the problem, and you're better off removing it anyways than you are just cleaning it. But it turned out really well. But that was, I'd say that was the biggest mistake I've ever made in real estate, probably. Like as far as mistakes like that are like preventable, I guess. But it was interesting. But and then eventually what I did was I only owned it till 2008 because I kind of had a fear because the American market was kind of getting shaky. So I was thinking I should sell it. Plus I didn't like the electric heat because it keeps rent down because, you know, it's expensive to run, especially now in Ontario. The rates are very high, so it's expensive to run this. You can run, you know, $300 a month or so, maybe even more nowadays, just on heating with electrically in one unit. So we decided to sell it, and yeah, I just renoed again. I put all new carpets. This was 3 years later, of course. Put all new carpets in and just painted, and yeah, set her out on the market at, I think we put it out at 189, and then sold it within 2 days. I took the first offer. I was just like, they wanted, I think they asked, maybe, I don't even remember what they asked, but it was like, we worked it out very fast to 185, and I just said, yep, take it, see you later, and we sold it. So, you know, in 3 years, you know, to make 45 grand on this, and the market was, you know, appreciating a bit, but it wasn't like going insane. I guess I got a decent deal on it, and I kind of put some money into it, maybe like, excluding the roof, maybe about, I think carpet was $4,000, and then, you know, so maybe I put like $7,500 into it plus the roof. So, but then of course I was getting rents. My rents were, I guess I should probably put that too, but it was cash flowing around $500 a month. So the rates were nice and low. I think it was one of the cheapest mortgages I ever had. I think it was, seriously, like, I think I was paying like at one point like less than 1.5% on this one. It was pretty intense. So yeah, we were doing okay on this one. So it goes to show you that even if you don't know what you're doing, if you just take action and kind of figure things out later, as long as, you know, you don't get yourself into, you know, a $500,000 property that, you know, has a rent of $1,000 a month or something crazy like that, you know, you're going to be okay. At least you'll learn by actually getting out there and doing stuff. Yeah, like I said, hadn't had any coaching, no real estate books at all to do this. So it worked out well. So we made money. Where I actually got the money for the down payment was we actually did a 5% down on this one, which was great because I didn't want to, eat too much into my stock portfolio, because at that time that's what I invested in, was stocks. So we were able to get that, and turned out nicely, putting very tiny bit of money into it. It was pretty much ready to go. Like I said, just a little bit of paint and that. So not bad at all. So I was pretty happy with the project, and in 3 years to make, 45 grand plus, $500 a month I was getting cash flow. This is pretty good. So yeah, so that's kind of a look at my first deal.
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube.
Okay, I'm gonna follow you.
Matt McKeever.
Matt McKeever?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Okay, I'll follow you.
Okay.
What's your channel name?
Matt McKeever.
Matt what?
Matt McKeever. It's just my name. But yeah, I'm always happy to have another sub.
All I heard was smash that like button.
Yeah.
She's like, it has a YouTube voice. I'm like, what's his channel? Matt
McKeever, so it's MCK. EEVER.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah. And so just it's about real estate investing, personal finances, all that good stuff. So I retired at 31 from the corporate world just to do YouTube and shit. So just kind of documenting that. So
That's amazing. The kind of guy we want to subscribe to.
yeah, definitely.
All right.